In today's video, I have to survive 100 days in Aquaman's universe, and I have 3 objectives. First, conquer the forces of Poseidon and make the ocean my home. Second, help Aquaman defeat enemies, which are wreaking havoc in the ocean world. Ascendant Star, the heat-blazing angel. Doomstar, the planet destroyer. And the Emperor Wither. Third, obtain super powerful abilities that will help me in this world. Will I survive? Will I make it? Tune in to find out. I found myself on a small sand island. It didn't have any trees, but there was a space shuttle nearby, and diving underwater, I got inside. There is a 02 tank here, and also a chest with some diving gear, an oxygen tank, and also a night vision potion. As I put the gear on, it allowed me to swim much faster and also breathe underwater. I went exploring this new terrain to see what I could find to survive. I collect some kelp from the ground, and then I see a big shark. I don't want to get close to it as I don't have any gear yet, so I dive and slip past it through an underwater cave system. And then I see some trees submerged in water. This seems like a new biome where I can finally get wood. I break some trees and craft a crafting bench, sticks, and finally an axe and a pickaxe. I get some stone from under the sand and make stone tools. There's a ton of iron blocks on the ground from the shipwrecks, but when I mine it, it says it's for building only, so I can't really use it to craft myself any iron armor. I will need these bookshelves in the future for my enchantment table, definitely, and ladders too. Who knows, maybe I'll be climbing some hill. I mean, we are in water. Can't forget the furnaces. I then swim into some zone where floating islands is a normal thing, I guess, and I decide to kill some local fish for food, as I need to get my health back up. But then I see a ton of sharks and decide to go underground and hide again, and I find some iron and kill some more fish for food, but then I descend down to the ravine again and get some coal. It's also so easy to traverse the land underwater since there's no gravity. But mining an iron block, I look inside one of the tunnels and there's a killer shark there, just standing. I swim back and dig out a hole where I can place the furnace and start cooking the iron ore and food I got. So I am making good progress so far, just cooking up some meat so I won't die of hunger, guys. I get an iron pick and a sword, and then collect everything and head out. I craft an iron knife as now I want to collect some coral to cook in the furnace. These things are really easy to get and can be cooked into not only food but also reinforced sticks, which I can use to craft stuff like a pickaxe and a sword. For anyone wondering, I am breaking corals because they do give sticks. Yep, they give sticks, that's how you get wood. There's also some weird shells on the ocean floor which I collect. I don't know what they're for right now, but then I come across a frozen biome. There's a massive glacier reaching from the surface to here, and there's no vegetation because I guess it's too cold for it to grow. But swimming around and exploring the area, I find more crevices and also other biomes. And then stop to craft a shovel and get sand. I will need a lot of it in the future, so I'm just stacking up already. And getting up to the surface of one of the floating islands, I place 2 furnaces and start smelting. And while it does, I descend down and explore some shipwreckage. There's a ton of it everywhere, but this one has a chest inside. There's leather armor, a big oxygen tank, and also a note. It turns out to be a diary, and it says something about some Jack being ambushed by sharks, but then saved by Aquaman himself. I collect the bookshelves and also some wool for a bed, and then head to the safety pod we saw on day 1. As I get to the oxygen holder on the wall to refill the tank with oxygen, I place some stuff I don't need in the chest and head out to see if the tank works. But since it's already nighttime, I get back inside and decide to sleep in this pod. And as the sun is shining bright on a new day again, I explore the ocean floor in search of any more clues as to where Aquaman could be, because he's the only one who could save us from being stranded this deep in the ocean. But as I turn around, there's a drowned zombie following me, so I decide to hide in one of the caves. But going in, there's a bunch more skeletons and the chest. They get me to really low health, but I managed to escape and fight them one by one. Wowee, I nearly died in that cave, it was so close. Oh, there's more of you? Oh no, there's so many. And going inside the cave again, it looks like some type of treasure trove. And inside are 4 golden apples and a trident. I also collect some golden blocks for more apples and then swim back. I go inside the life pod and replenish my oxygen tanks, and then go out again and find a good spot for a base. For anyone wondering, I am looking for a base spot, and this spot seems really good. I need some place to sleep that doesn't have water, so a little aquarium type of base made out of glass is gonna be great. This glass is gonna finish really soon. And to make more, I do need sand and a lot of furnaces. I dig out the floor and finish off the roof, and then I use the sand and torch trick to get rid of the water, but for some reason it doesn't work, so I have to resort to placing actual blocks and then mining them to get rid of the water inside. Unfortunately, I don't have any sponges yet, but hopefully we'll find a few very soon. Why is the torch trick not working? I have to literally manually place and remove blocks. But when I need to use the crafting bench, I see I forgot it outside. So I dig out a little tunnel which will act as an entranceway into the base. It's 1 block tall, which is enough for me to swim in through, but not any of the mobs to get in, like a shark or something like that. They're way too big for it. But as I woke up, there were 2 giant sharks fighting each other above my base. This is not something that happens every day, but I went outside and cleared out all the sharks which surrounded my base overnight. I guess the light from my base attracted them all here. And after all that battling, I saw a zombie and a spider inside my base. I didn't put any torches, so they must have spawned inside. Imagine waking up to this zombie, what a nightmare, and this spider. And then I prepared for a mining expedition. I also had a bunch of knowledge items which I decided to learn. They allow me to craft more advanced recipes, but I don't have the materials right now. But it didn't take me long to come across a bunch of diamonds and other ore. Since we're at the bottom of the ocean, we're already really close to the diamond level they spawn at. Found even more diamonds, getting super lucky, and also we are at a diamond level, like in this cave, in this overall world, so that's good. And just a bit more, there we go. And when I'm done, it's already nighttime, so I decide to go to sleep. The next day, I craft a whole set of diamond armor, which should protect me a lot better now. It also has great cold and heat resistance compared to leather armor. And it's also why I skipped iron armor, as it didn't protect me against the cold ocean temperatures at all. And then I head out back to the safety pod since my oxygen is running low again. But this time I have the idea to get the oxygen handler device back to my base there. But before that, I accidentally click one of the walls and it turns out to be a storage thing. There's a bunch of wood inside and also food. And the second chest has even iron and heat pads to battle the cold. This would have been really useful on day 1. I grab the oxygen handler and head out. But not before I hunt some sharks. Since I got diamond armor, I can handle these guys now, and they'll give me meat that restores a lot more hunger. But swimming back, I get stung by a bee. It was so small I didn't notice it, but my screen went black. And then my worst fear came to be, there were 2 creepers inside the base. I forgot to put the torches again. No way, there are 2 creepers in my base. Look at them jiggle. I have a plan. If I go in as is, they'll just blow the whole thing up. But I remember that if they're in water, then the explosion isn't as bad. So I make sure they're covered in it. So I break the glass to get the water inside of my base. Yep, flooding my own home. And then I go in, but not everything goes to plan. No, my base is sinking. Die. Oh, there's so many holes. I try to restore the walls with every block that I have, and then I dry out the base using the blocks again. And close to sundown, I'm finished. And then I place the oxygen holder, which this whole journey was for. Now we have unlimited air right here in our home. I craft some chests and put the junk inside. I craft a diamond pickaxe and then go to sleep. And as the new day hits, there's a beautiful sun ray lighting up the ocean floor. I go out and swim until I enter some type of irradiated forest. I see a zombie along the way and I kill it.
Who's this? Are you lost? Are you dead? Are you undead? Now you're dead. Easy.
And then enters some weird zone where a bunch of obsidian blocks and magma stones create bubbles of air. It's also really hot here, but luckily my diamond armor saves me from the heat. I descend down to a crevice and then find my first amethyst. These things are awesome, as with them I can craft really good underwater tools. But swimming out, I see a bunch of ice glaciers again, and going further ahead, I enter the coral land of death. The name fits this zone perfectly, as there's a bunch of floating skeletons and zombies everywhere. I guess there was a massive shipwreck here.
It's so creepy. These skeletons used to be the sailors in these like sunken boats. Oh, it's so creepy.
But swimming through another underwater cave, I get more amethyst ore.
Amethyst is like as good as diamonds, and I'm getting super lucky in this cave especially. Like there's so much. Even more, yes. Even more here, let's go. Honest question, guys, who is that Ascendant Star boss? Who did I find?
And when I get out, I see a giant red eye staring at me from the trees. It's an Ascendant Star, and it isn't supposed to be here in the ocean, so I decided to bring it down. If Aquaman will hear about me bringing this thing down, he surely will be really proud.
Okay, so I did change my gear to withstand way more damage, and yeah, he's shooting super strong. Can my shield even hold up? Are these like magma balls that he's shooting? Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage.
It hits hard, so I have to eat some golden apples because it's also flying, I can't reach it. So I have to improvise. I climb up the trees and decide to take it on a more even ground.
So I devised a really good plan. Let's see if this works. Oh, no, don't shoot me, please.
But it's so strong, it just throws me off.
Come on, take two, come here. Yep, not today, thank you. We've got an achievement, guys, let's go. Okay, so, we gotta be really careful here. So my plan is to block off myself and then hit him like this, let's go.
And then I finally learned how to fight it. I build myself a box to hide in, and then slowly fight it by poking out my sword.
His one eye is so scary looking. A few more hits and he'll go down. I'm just at the beginning. Oh no, it's such a long battle.
It's a really tough boss, especially since I can't even fight it properly in the air, and my golden apples are running out.
Okay, so I'm all out of golden apples, unfortunately, and he's still shooting me. But this, my kind of protection here is working well for me. He's low on health. Oh, I'm low on health as well. Don't hit me, Mr. Star.
But as it gets to low health, I jump down and try to hunt it from under the water. I use my trident I got from a treasure chest and throw it countless of times.
This is the most epic moment of my life. Watch this. Come on, please, just one more. No, my spear, no. Oh, got it. Come on. Oh, what? No, one more. Oh, no, 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 no. This about to be epic.
For a moment, I think I lost my spear, but then I noticed it poking in the ground. I have to maneuver quickly around the trees so that the boss wouldn't hit me and push me away. But then with the final throw, I defeat it in such an epic way, it's amazing. I fight some sharks as they attack me, and then I swim up to see what the star dropped. And it's actual Aquaman's trident, and also a watertight enchantment. I wonder why this monster had Aquaman's trident. I'm now even more determined to actually find Aquaman because he could be in real danger if his trident got lost. But going back to the base, I craft a special tools from the amethyst ore that we got.
This amethyst is on par with diamonds. Just look how cool this pickaxe will look. Yep, look at it. It's so dope looking. Oh, come on, let's do this. And I also need a sword, so gonna craft a sword real quick. Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful. Look at me, look so cool with my new tools.
And then craft an anvil to enchant my trident with the watertight effect, and it allows me to swim really fast now. It's like I stick with the trident when I throw it, which is super awesome.
I need 2 shields, guys. Come on, like, the last boss was so difficult. 2 shields at least. I might need a 3rd one even.
As it hits daytime, I go out in style and decide to explore, which is a lot easier now.
This trident is so good. I'm like even loving the little cute sound effect it has. It sounds like really crisp and nice. Oh, I even have a cool animation. Just look at it. It's so dope. So cute. Like, I'm like an Aquaman, a mini Aquaman.
But looking up, I noticed a large skeleton standing on ice. I jump out of the water and see it guarding a chest. This is really weird, so I decide to go closer and see what's inside.
Okay, this is so creepy. What is that? It's a skeleton.
But he turns out to be really strong, and I have to even use a few golden apples to survive him. His attacks are so strong and his knockback is insane. It won't allow me to come close to him.
Oh no, I'm poisoned. Come on, where are you? Where are you? Wait, did he disappear? Did he leave on me? Where is he?
But with the final swing, he explodes into so many little pieces. He doesn't drop anything, but he did guard a chest. Going up and looting it, there's so many coins and gems of all types. And there's also a notebook which reads someone cursing Aquaman for something. And this guy's name is Captain Blackbeard.
Look, so many neon gems. I can actually use them to enchant my gear and other gems as well. I'm gonna be super strong.
But I place a crafting table and make a water bucket, as with it being in my second hand, I can use the trident's force even outside water, and that means I can fly about anywhere I want.
It's time to go home. I can use my trident out of the water. It's so dope. Look at this. I'm going so quick, so fast.
And as I'm near the base, I go in and use the golden blocks from the treasure trove to craft myself a lot of golden apples. If enemies here are as difficult as that skeleton, then I need to be ready for it. But then I go to sleep. In the morning, I make a new entranceway to the base. That's a lot more fitting for my trident's power. And then head out to explore the sea again and find anything new, which can lead me to Aquaman.
I really don't know where he can spawn. I don't even know if he's like underwater, but I'm looking for a boss right now, and he should be really strong.
That is until I come across a Doom Star. This thing looks deadly already, but luckily I have my trident, which lets me do aerial combat. So I decide to test it out on this scary looking thing.
Oh wow, I'm actually doing like really good damage. Look at this. Oh no, I missed. Look at this. I can actually damage him like just flying about. It's so cool. Even with my cute animation, bro, this is the most epic battle I've ever had in Minecraft. I have to replenish my health in case he one-shots me. I really hope he doesn't one-shot me, guys.
I love the maneuverability this thing allows me to do in fights now. And since we're in the sea, I don't have to worry about fall damage. But this thing is strong. It has endless health and it takes so long for me just to fight it.
He can't even hit me. Come on, dude, hit me. No, he can't. I'm just zooming all around him. He's pretty low on health, guys, now. I just have to finish him off.
As I look into the sky, there's a swarm of little angels with wings. I guess the Doomstar sent them out to fight me. And these things quickly stacked on top of me and actually did quite a lot of damage.
What's this? What is this? What are these? Vexes? Why is there so many of them? Oh, guys, I gotta be really careful. Oh, he is hitting me. Oh, they're doing a lot of damage, actually.
I had to back off for a minute and decided that I should focus my attacks back on the Doomstar, since fighting so many of these little guys wouldn't be good when the boss can just spawn in way more.
These angels are so annoying, these Vexes. I'm just focusing on the boss, guys. Like, they do so much damage. The boss is nearly dead. Come on, just a little bit more. Just a tiny, weeny bit more. And he's gone. And that's one more down.
But as I complete my final swings, I finally downed the beast. It lets out a loud, weird sound. And I see a totem of undying just floating in the water.
Okay, so what did he drop? What's this? Oh.
And then more things on the surface. It dropped a Heart of Sea and also an insanely overpowered Void Sword. It does 18 damage and just looks insane. But I swim back to the base.
Oh yeah, what a fierce battle. That was such a good boss. I actually enjoyed killing him a lot because did you see me flying all around like this? It was so cool. It was like one of the coolest fights ever. I so loved it.
As I got all the materials I need to enhance my diamond armor and make it even better, defeating the boss gave me the key ingredient and now I can fully upgrade my armor.
And the final piece?
Putting all the armor, I look really cool and a lot stronger. This armor is insane and it has super good protection. But on the next day, I had a super big task. I made a shovel and went out to dig up sand.
That's right, Aquaman can't see me living in such a new base. I have to build myself a temple to show my superior powers, proving me as a superhuman. Get out of here, shark. I don't really want to have sharks at my new base, to be honest. Like, there's a whole pack of them here. My new base won't be as dangerous as my last one, so just have to get rid of them.
Since we defeated 2 bosses already and I still lived in this tiny aquarium, I decided to massively expand the base. It needed to be huge and a lot more spacious. But while building, I started taking damage, and I remembered that only the original diamond armor gave me heat and cold resistance. So I went back to the base and crafted myself some new pieces while I'm gonna be building the base.
Oh look, he's throwing a spear at me. My spear broke! No! Give me your spear!
Since my trident also broke while fighting a drowned zombie, I spent time exploring the wrecks and finding the right parts for a new one.
Ooh, come on. Yes! Riptide 3, just what I wanted. Perfect, yes. Just gotta put them together. There we go, my trident is back.
And as it was done, I decided that I'd also relocate my base, and I swam until I found the perfect place.
I am building a base, and it's gonna be so dope.
Placing the walls, this place would be a lot better since it was in the bright area, which also had a lot of underwater caves for nearby resources. And that is always good as my pickaxes and shovels tend to break.
It is necessary for my new base to have an enchantment room, so we're gonna have one of those, an anvil of course, like a lot of storage units, definitely.
And placing the roof and drying off the interior from water, I dug a hole out in the ground and also the roof of the house. This was more of a grand entrance to my base considering I had Aquaman's trident and all of that. So I'm officially an Aquaman trainee. Since the base was nearly done, I went out in search of iron blocks. The ones from the wrecks can't be dismantled into ingots, but they can be used as building blocks, so they would fit perfectly. And I wouldn't be wasting any iron on real blocks.
Oh look, I found myself a friend. Oh, he's doing pretty big damage. He's doing more damage than a boss. Oh my, I have to eat my golden apple even. Look at this cool jump I'm about to do. I'm right in the middle.
Returning to the base, I dig out the floor and replace it with iron.
So just gonna get rid of this sand around the base. This iron will look really good. Just a bit more.
And when I'm done, the base looks beautiful. There's chests, furnaces, and a bed. Everything I need. And it's also, as you can see, very spacious. I said before that I don't need a big underwater base with like farms and all of that. I can kill a few sharks for meat if I really need it. And I also spend most of my time in the water and not like out in the air. So this base is just for storage and sleeping. And oh my, it turned out to be so good and I'm completely loving it. And as the new day hits, I go out and spend a lot of time exploring the vast and endless ocean with my trident. I am all powered up and ready to face my final challenge. There were little notes scattered across all the wreckage that read about some abnormal flying creature sinking their ships out of nowhere. And we have to defeat it in order to become Aquaman. And after many days, I finally see him, the Emperor Wither. I quickly change my gear to the combat set that I have. He's the final foe I have to defeat. That means he's the strongest, so I have to be really careful with his attacks. I start spinning around and launching in every direction. It's a technique I learned fighting the Doomstar boss, and it was really useful as I remember the difficulty I had with the Ascendant Star boss, and he would just throw fireballs at me without me being able to do anything about it. So this is really working out in my favor.
You can't defeat me, I'm the Wizard King. Aquaman Apprentice. I'm super OP. Look at me go. Like, no way, he can't even hit me. Oh, he shot me. No. Gotta eat my golden apple. No way, this will defeat me.
His explosive power is insane, and he poisons me at one moment, and I start taking so much damage. I just have to get away and eat a golden apple, but this guy is really tough. And since I want to use my trident outside of the water to move around, I have to get a water bucket in my hand. But this doesn't allow me to block any of his attacks with my shield. But I managed to get him to really low health. It took so much time, but slowly I damaged him so much that he was ready to drop dead. For the final move, I did a few aerial attacks, since jumping before hitting your enemies makes you do critical damage. And with the final hit, he drops, defeated. The sound he makes is monstrous, but he puts a chest in mid-air, what I guess is his loot. Building up to it, I also noticed he drops another Heart of the Sea and a golden apple. And opening the chest, there's so much stuff. A demon axe that does 23 damage, demon blade with 19 damage, a pickaxe, and a blood key, as well as a demon steel ingot. But I wonder what the key is for. If you made it this far into the video, then make sure to leave a like. Join me in my next video to find out what the blood key is for, and if it will lead us to the real Aquaman. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then subscribe.